Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead, and tonight's pantry pull meal is pork chops, beans, and instant mashed potatoes, and fried apples and onions. Here's the basis of our dinner. Instant mashed potatoes, green beans, 2 pork chops, and apples and onions. I don't do sugared apples and onions like some people do. I just like it simple. First things first, I'm going to take a little bit of butter. Get that going in the frying pan there. Want this nice and hot. Where's my little pot for my beans? Four jars always pops. I'm going to put that in the pot and get that on low. Now our butter is just about to start smoking. And that's exactly where we want it. We're going to turn that pan down. And these are smaller pork chops, think. Oh wow, they're fatty though. Okay, here we go. Into that browning butter to sear that. 2-finger pinch of salt. Some garlic powder. Tighten this down, and cracked black pepper. Now once these are good and solidly cooked on one side, the trick to juicy meat is not to turn it more than once, kind of like with pancakes. So now my cast iron holds heat. So the cast iron was hot when I put them in, and then I turned it down because it's still really hot. But then we're going to flip these over and put the kettle on for the instant mashed potatoes. We'll be back when these are flipped over. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. Now that we've done that, I'm going to pour off. Handle's a bit hot. Oh, my wrist. I am going to pour off some of the butter from these pork chops, and I'm going to turn this pan on. Oops. I'm going to get this pan heated up. Alrighty. There we go. Now let's get our apples and onions in there. You don't really want to break them up. You just want to get them going in the butter there. Hey, darling. Get them all stirred up in the butter. Yeah. And I made spreadable butter today, so from here on out it's cheap butter. Or cheaper butter. And you know what, folks? I am going to put a 3-finger pinch of organic sugar in there. Just to, you know, accent the sweet and the salt in the butter. Then we're just going to let them slow cook while the pork chops cook. So this is our pantry pull meal. Everything's obvious, but the fried apples and onions. So take a bite of your pork chop, not the fatty part necessarily. Give that to Gracie. Oh, okay. To me, it's better than applesauce on pork.
I'm not a huge applesauce on pork guy, but that's very tasty.
The fried apples and onions. There you go. Enjoy, honey. And give that dog, she's drooling. Give her something. There, a little piece of fat. There you go. Oh my goodness. Slobbery dog. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, we haven't got our beef yet, so we're eating a lot of pork chops and chicken. But fried pork chops doesn't have to just be the same thing over and over again. You can dress it up, especially with fried apples and onions. Yum! Mwah! Take care, God bless.